All right, we are live. Thank you for joining me. My name's Lance Vader, and today I'm going to be doing some mercenary missions. Here's my dude, all kitted out for battle. We are going to be wearing not just the noob suit today, we're going to be wearing the birthday suit to some of these missions on Lorville. This is Lorville. I'm in the Hurston airspace. I'm actually on the planet of Hurston right now. There's a trick that I want to show you how to get the most out of these missions, especially if you're new and your bank account of AUEC is very small. These missions might be a little frustrating at first because you have to buy armor and you have to buy a gun, and then if you die while you're doing the mission, you might lose that armor and that gun. Here's my ship of choice today, the Avenger Titan. This exploit will work. It's not really an exploit. Like, it's not something that the game developers didn't intend. I think this is the game working as intended, but we can call it an exploit if it makes you feel better. We are kind of exploiting some interesting properties of the game, and this works if you have any vehicle, any ship that has interior cargo space or personal space for your weapons and armor, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting a lot of weapons and armor from the guys in our mission. So we're in Hurston space. Let me click on this. Okay, we're in Hurston space on the planet of Hurston itself. We're going to be accepting first the Call to Arms mission, because you gotta accept the Call to Arms mission. We're going to be taking out some bad guys. Might as well get paid twice instead of just getting paid once. Let's see. Assist in defending site. This is usually the first mission that you get, or it's exactly like the first mission that you get when you are in Hurston. So this mission can be taken on regardless of how much or how little influence, how much a reputation you have with Hurston. Yeah, we're gonna have to go up a little bit. We're gonna have to get out to quantum range, a couple thousand feet up. We're gonna be boosting for that. Yeah, so you'll notice I'm going to a mercenary mission, and I'm doing it with absolutely no weapon, absolutely no armor. Is this suicide? Is this feasible? Let me tell you guys, this is an entirely workable thing. It may take a little bit of practice to get this done, but the nice thing about doing this exploit is that if you mess up, if you die while you're in your mission, it doesn't matter. You didn't lose anything. You know, you might not have gained all the things that you wanted to gain. You might not have finished the mission, gotten paid, and come away with all the weapons and armor that you wanted to come away with. But at the very least, you didn't lose any weapons and armor that you were going in with. And that's the big, one of the big advantages of doing it this way. If you're not bringing anything to the mission, then there's nothing for you to lose. So that's advantage number one. If you are coming from a station, obviously you're going to have to wear a flight suit and a helmet in order to get out to your ship. But you can always just leave the flight suit and helmet in your ship. So, and in fact, I recommend doing that for if you're going to do a couple of missions this way. I recommend leaving everything behind, leaving everything on your ship so that you have absolutely nothing on your body. It works better if your character is completely naked. And I will show you why during the course of this video. We're coming to this security depot on Hurston. Sometimes the AI turrets on these security depots will target your vessel even though you're authorized to be in the unauthorized zone. It won't detect that your character is allowed to be here until you get within a couple hundred feet of the security depot. So if it starts shooting at you, it will keep doing that until you get within a couple hundred feet. We're going to slow down a bit. Looks like it's not shooting at us. So that's good. If they do start shooting at you, you can also approach the depot from behind. And when you do this, when you approach the depot from behind, okay, so it says objective complete, go to security depot on Hurston. Now we know it has registered that we're here and we've got authorization to be here. It won't shoot at us. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. But if you park behind the security depot, if you're worried that this gun will shoot your ship, you can park behind the depot and it will not be able to target you. Right now I am trying to park close to the entrance just to sort of minimize. Do I have landing gear down? I do have landing gear down. Just to sort of minimize my time going into and out of the station and into my ship. So so if for any reason that gun on the station activates and starts shooting, it could very well destroy my ship. That is a risk I'm taking. It's an extremely small risk because it shouldn't do that while the mission is active, and it shouldn't do that right after the mission is complete. Okay. Yeah, I should have parked a little further forward. Maybe I'll do that. All right. Wow. So we're at our mission, and this is patch 3.17.1 that I'm doing this on. In this particular patch, a lot of the AI is very bad at recognizing that you're an enemy. So what we're going to do is we're going to be rushing in quickly and trying to subdue one of these guys before you can recognize that we're friend or foe. Okay, not seeing anybody here. Middle mouse button is your friend, because when you get close to an enemy, you can hit the middle mouse button and, oh, sounds like somebody's found a bad guy. Oh, there's one. And it'll disable him. Boom. So we're going to... we're going to loot him. And this does two things that are good for us. Okay.
Give me some cover.
We're just double clicking on everything.
This ain't gonna end well for you.
It's actually a lot easier. Oh, crap. I got disabled. Ah. All right. Well, I believe my... yeah, that guy was probably like right behind me. It's actually a lot faster to loot them if they're not carrying clothes. If they're in a suit and armor, you can loot them a lot faster. I'm going to try to show that to you. But we've lost nothing. Oh, except I'm back in Grim Hex. I forgot that I reset myself to Grim Hex. Oh no, that's embarrassing. Oh, I totally should have reset my my spawn point to Everest Harbor. Okay. Well, we're going to be tossing that aside. Don't need that.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
And we're going to get a something that's fast and preferably already
Welcome
here.
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Let's see.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Actually, I've got a pretty good drive
Your
on
insurance claim
this.
has been sent. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Vehicle selected.
There we go.
Stand by. Your vehicle
There
has
was a
been
bug
delivered
this patch that gave everybody tons and tons of copies of all the ships. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to be entering the ship. You know what occurs to me? That I'm going to want to go to Everest Harbor. So I should have a suit on and a helmet, and that way I'll be able to go there, set my spawn point. There we go. Woo! I don't know why the thrusters aren't properly working on this thing. Okay. Quantum drive underway. Sorry about that. Little hiccup. This is costing us a fair amount of time because I didn't have my spawn point set to Everest Harbor. But it's okay. We can fix this. We can take care of this. Oh man. Do I not have the It looks like I tricked this thing out with the extra guns, which are not standard on it. So I should have the should have the good. Yeah. Open. Yeah, okay, it doesn't tell system doesn't tell me what I have equipped. Okay, a third of the way there. I think I have the Atlas in this thing. It's pretty good. Okay, sorry uh, probably shouldn't have bothered to loot that guy with the clothes. Um, clothes aren't nearly as valuable as some other things, as the armor and the undersuits and stuff. Maybe I will just stick to looting those this time around. One of the good things about doing this, though, about doing things this way, is that when you incapacitate one of the guys with your hands, then he's still alive. And the game counts him as being alive. And so you don't get a... you don't... the mission doesn't end until you're ready to end it, until you've looted just everything you can from that bunker and you're ready to move on. And that can be very useful when you're looking to stock up on weapons, you're looking to stock up on armor, you're looking to find all the loot boxes, explore the whole thing, figure out what's going on. So that's one of the reasons I highly recommend doing this. The key to do that by default is middle mouse button, and that performs an unarmed takedown on your enemies if they're right in front of you. Okay. We are almost there to Hurston. The Aurora is slowing down. Eventually, I think the goal is to put barriers to quantum travel. Because the Aaron Belt is a very large obstacle in this game, and it's just a belt of asteroids, and I think eventually that's going to be an obstacle to quantum travel, but it's not yet. Okay.
Auto drive is now off.
All right. We're going to go to Everest Harbor first. We're going to reset our spawn point there.
Auto drive is now on. Auto drive is now off.
It can be a lot less frustrating to do these kinds of mercenary missions with other people, because you notice I was taken into that downed state, and when you are downed, a friend can revive you. But if you're there by yourself, you're kind of out of luck. Okay. Landing gear down.
Gear deployed.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Turning off cruise control. Coming in for landing.
Have a
This will
pleasant
just
stay.
take me a moment. Let me just make absolutely sure. Yes, I do have a helmet before going out into the void. And running. This will just take me a moment. And we're going into the lobby. Do-do-do-do-do. It's the elevator music. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Elevator. Not sure what that's supposed to be. All right.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Check in here, see. I hate that it gives me so many copies of all of my ships. Okay, pad 3.
Please
All right.
visit us again.
Ships on pad 3. We're going to go to the medical clinic here. We're gonna.
Just relax. Everyone
Where's
here
the
at Kelso RX is
insurance
going to take
station?
great
There
care
it is.
of you.
Insurance station. Transfer imprint. Confirm. All right, there we go.
Further notice. No one go into lab 2.
And then we'll go back out to the ship, take the ship down to the mission. Sorry about that little delay there. And then we'll get back to, oh, no.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle.
We'll get back to taking the stuff off these pirates. You'll notice I am kind of moving to the side whenever I open an elevator door, especially certain elevator doors, because these days they do have a tendency to act funny when they're opening up. Sometimes they will shove you outside of the station when they open up. Very annoying. That has been happening this patch. Not every time, certainly, but often enough that I step to the side whenever I open up an elevator. Jeez, this elevator takes forever. Yeah. Funny thing about the elevators is that this is what makes pad ramming so hard to do on other stations, because all of these landing pads are spread very far apart. You can't just like be in a position to ram any one of them. Whereas Port Olisar around Crusader is kind of known for pad rammers, because that particular security depot Hurston 1. That particular station was made before elevators were made.
Drive is now on.
Thank you, and please visit again.
And so they had to make everything really close together, so you can just kind of be above. So if you're a pad rammer, you can just kind of be above the station and see anybody who creates a ship, and then you can see them walking out to the ship, and then you can just ram them right when they get in. I don't recommend doing that. I don't like it when people do that. I think it's dumb, but I am kind of glad that the station design for a lot of the other stations kind of denies that, or at least makes it very difficult for people to do. Okay. So we're going to go in, we're going to knock out a couple bad guys, we're going to loot one. And as I was saying before, when you loot a bad guy, when you knock out a bad guy, he's not dead. And this is useful for a couple of reasons. For one, it keeps the mission from ending. For two, it keeps their gear around. Maybe not the gun. The gun will eventually despawn on its own. But the rest of that gear, everything he's wearing, will stay on that NPC as long as he's alive. We're gonna lower the gear.
Landing gear deployed.
All right. We got a subscriber. Thank you. I should probably change that animation. Thank you, sir. Feel free to jump on the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Let's see. I'm going to park here. I got my mission to do a mercenary mission here on Hurston, and because I'm on Hurston, I can just take off my helmet, take off my undersuit, and exit the ship, and that's okay. On any other system, any other place where they have these missions, you wouldn't necessarily be okay. But here on Hurston, you can just get out, naked as a jaybird, and you can... oh, wow. Looks like my Titan is out of the position I left it in. Hopefully I can still access it. No. Now that looks pretty inaccessible. I should have turned the engines off. Okay, looks like I'll be leaving in the Aurora. Oh well. Okay. All right. So we're going to be, hopefully we'll have better luck than last time.
Today
Knock him
just
out.
got interesting.
Knock him out. Okay. All right. And then you can just grab the undersuit and the weapon. And then we're gonna leave, because that's what we want. And oftentimes the best way to loot these things is to put them on your character. There we go. Put them in your inventory. Oh, oh. Boom. Boom. Okay. Woo. All right. Yeah, we'll get this stuff put in the Aurora, and we'll see. See what's going on. Come back down, rinse and repeat. I do like looting the Nine Tails armor stuff. It looks pretty cool. One of the downsides of wearing looted Nine Tails armor is that if you come back with friends, they might shoot you because you're wearing looted armor. Okay. So we're gonna go to the Aurora because the Titan is inaccessible because I left the engines on and died. So I'm kind of planning on not dying on this one. Let's see. All right. So we're gonna, looks like this guy was carrying a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna put all of this away. Inquisitor legs. Sabine undersuit. Okay. And once again, looks like the weapon I put on disappeared. That sucks. I hate that. But it happens occasionally. Easy come, easy go. So we're going to be doing this a couple of times, going in and out, manhandling any of the bad guys that show up, and looting their stuff, and then putting it onto the ship. And you can do this several times. And you can, it's an easy method that you can integrate with other methods of getting loot from these bunkers. The only problem, the biggest problem I should say, is that you can't really bring a backpack if you're doing this. Okay. I'm going to take the Devastator shotgun. Oh, and this is the guy we knocked out earlier. You'll notice when you do this that sometimes if you die and come back, the pirates that you knocked out before are walking around. And if you looted them, then they'll be walking around naked. And that is a perfectly fine state for them to be in, because we don't care if they're walking around naked. They're not going to bother us when they're doing that. They're not going to get in our way. They're not going to hurt us. Security will take care of them if they see them, and if not, then we can take them out at the end of the mission and get our paycheck. I think I'm going to move the Aurora a little bit closer this time. The Aurora is not my ideal ship to be doing this in because the interior is so small, right? It's kind of hard to see what you're doing. All right, we are almost at full capacity here in the Aurora. So we can loot one more. And then, oh, we can't, we cannot. Okay. How about we put on a helmet? Nope, that won't give us enough room. And put that on. There we go. That gives us enough room. Doctors hate him. Try this one weird trick. Yeah. And the weird trick is going in to these mercenary missions naked and then knocking out the pirates who are there, so you can loot all their stuff. All right, we're gonna turn off the engines this time. Yeah, I love the clickbait title. I'm sorry, I had that kicking around in my head for a while. I'm like, I have to do the clickbait title. I have to do it. Okay. So next to the value of all of the weapons and armor we're extracting, the value of the actual mission is, it's okay. Not a lot. Not a ton. But money is money. So, hey. Did I lose my machine gun? Did it just despawn for no reason? Yes, I think it did. That's dumb. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna loot this guy. Yeah, pretty unnerving to go up against a naked guy. Come on, I looted that. You are trying to take from me what I have rightfully looted. Okay. So you can't arrest people in this game yet and take them to prison. When the wanted poster says dead or alive, well, in Star Citizen right now, it just says dead. Hostiles remaining 1. Oh, okay. So we might just have the one guy left that we need to take out. A shout if you see any boxes. When you're in that stage of the mission where all of the enemies with guns have been taken out, then you're kind of free to just loot it at your leisure. Oh yeah, let's loot that. Devastator, Ravager, Karna Rifle. I like the Karna Rifle. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I have WoW Blast Desperado pistol ammo. I don't know why I have all this random stuff in my armor. Let's see. Anything good here? We've got a shotgun, BR2 shotgun, Carner rifle, Ranger shotgun, more Carner rifle ammo. Been a lot of these arms, armor arms, coming up in the game lately. So yeah, if you've got a larger ship, then you can loot more stuff. And we got, oh, there's that guy. Okay. Objective complete. Don't harm allies. Go to security depot. Clear all hostiles. Assist in defending site. And there's our pay. So, yeah, we got paid, and instead of losing a set of armor and a weapon, even though I did die, we're going to be gaining like 3 or 4 of them. I think it's 3. So yeah, if you're beginning this game and you are finding it frustrating that you lose guns and ammo whenever you do these missions, oh yeah, odd job. They are spawning naked. That guy didn't spawn originally naked. What happened was we knocked him out, and then we died to another guy. And there's my ship. It's just kind of flying around off, and we looted his stuff, but then we died. So anytime that you do this trick, you knock him out, but he's still alive, right? And then you die, and then you come back. Then he will be wandering around naked. They won't pick up any of the weapons that are lying around. They won't pick up any of the armor that's lying on their comrades or on the security personnel. But they will get up. Anyone you have knocked out will get up if you die and then have to come back to the mission. Okay? But thankfully, if you die and come back to the mission, and then everyone you've looted will be harmless. They'll just be wandering around naked. They'll be completely harmless, and they won't bother you one bit. All right. We're at about 45 minutes into the stream. I'm gonna check and make sure everyone in my house is okay after this. So we will go into intermission after we get back to the station. Go, let's see. Here's yeah, he spawned in. He got knocked out by some naked dude, and then he himself was naked. And then he wandered around as a naked dude in the bunker, and then he got shot. Sad life. Don't join Ninetales, or else you might get knocked out by a naked dude. Let's see. Sometimes it'll fail to show you all of your waypoints, and I just cycle power to the quantum drive whenever that happens.
Quantum drive is now off.
There we go. Everest Harbor. And we'll be dropping all these weapons and armor off at Everest Harbor. I love having stashes of weapons and armor in various places around the verse, so that wherever I go, if I want to work in that area, I can have the weapons and armor that I need to do my job. Oh, not F2, F3.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Came in a little hot there.
Hello, and thank you for contacting EDO Landing Assist.
Okay. So this is something that can be done in a ship as basic as the Aurora. There is no special ship hardware required to do this.
Landing complete.
And
Have a pleasant stay.
absolutely no personal gear required to do it, obviously, because we're going in without that. It does need to be done in, let's see, I'm going to take stuff from the vehicles. You can see I've got a bunch of like looted arms and armor. Some of it's pirate stuff, some of it's security stuff. We're just going to be dragging, and unfortunately right now you have to, I should be wearing a helmet since I am in fact in space. My guy's standing kind of funny because we're in the Aurora and there's not really enough room to fully stand up. But yeah, you get a lot of cool undersuits this way, a lot of cool armors, some of which are very usable. A lot of random stuff. Alright. There we go. Lamont Corvus undersuit. Yeah, Lamont is a great undersuit. So yeah, and you can, if you've got a bigger ship like the Cutlass or the Titan, you can put a whole lot more into it. There we go. I'm going to go on intermission for just a moment, and we'll come back and maybe we'll do this again. Okay. All right, we are back. Let's try that whole thing again. Only with a bit bigger of a ship. Maybe we'll be able to get a lot more loot that way. Oh, just got shoved aside. Okay, well, I'm glad that I set my spawn point to the station because it looks like I'm stuck in the station hull. Yeah. We're just gonna take all that off and respawn inside. Honestly, I thought I would start choking to death as soon as I took that helmet off, but I guess I was somewhere that was inside the station.
Use one of our convenient self-check-in terminals and start your treatment now. No matter your health status, just by being here, you're already taking important steps.
Yeah, you can fit 2 suits of armor into the Aurora, and then you can wear one.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Maybe the Avenger
Your insurance claim has been sent.
will
Your
be a bit
vehicle
better.
has been moved to our storage facility.
Okay. Aurora LX has been stored. Okay.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been
We're gonna do
delivered
this in the
to your
Titan,
location.
which
Goodbye.
I love as a daily driver. The Avenger Titan is a great ship. Highly recommend. You see, I've got a bunch of undersuits because I've looted them, and some of them look pretty cool. Because this is not the first time I've used this method. All right, pad 03. Should have been that careful last time. Okay. We're gonna accept another assist in defending site contract. Gonna go to HDSF Rufus. That's Hurston Dynamics Security Facility, I'm sure. Clear all hostiles. All right. Sometimes the thrusters act funny if you engage them before they all come online.
Thank you, and please visit again.
All right. Let's see if maybe this time we can not die while we're here. Maybe we can do the whole thing just without that. At the very least, it's going to take us less time because we won't have to travel in all the way from freaking Grim Hex. Avenger is a pretty fast ship, but Hurston has a lot of atmosphere. Not sure what that is on my radar to my right, but okay, when you come into the restricted area, you should be kind of listening for anything that targets you, because that's going to tell you whether or not you're going to get shot at. And I haven't heard it. Then again, I was talking. Okay, there we go. We got targeted, so we're going to get shot at. It's okay. Okay, objective complete. Go to HDC Rufus. Alright, so he stopped because we got close enough to the site for it to register that we're here and we're supposed to be here. Okay. Put our landing gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
All right. Exit ship to the side. Hostiles remaining 3 out of 10. You'll notice that counter isn't extremely reliable. It kind of hovers around 3 or 4. That's because when you're doing these missions, it'll spawn in. It used to spawn in all 10 of them at once, and that was a little overwhelming. So now it only spawns like 3 of them at a time. 3 or 4 of them. Sometimes it'll spawn 4. Okay, it's not letting me select anything. I'm just gonna... Oftentimes if you select a tab... Okay, yeah, that only takes up 1% of our total capacity here. I think the Titan has a lot more space for personal effects, which honestly makes sense. It's a much bigger ship than the Aurora, and it's got a lot more personal room. Now our objective here is to come away from this mission with as much loot as possible. And it just so happens that the loot we want is armor and weapons. The best way to store that is on your character's body. Okay, that is a Hurston Dynamics guy. We're not going to hit him. Hurston Dynamics security guys. Oh, hey, there's a couple of dudes here. We're just going to loot this one. Boom. Oh, don't run away from me now. Yeah, I just wanted to take that guy out. Okay. So we're going to go up, put all this stuff away. And, you know, maybe the security guys will take out all the pirates. Maybe not. If you don't act fast on some of those armors, they will despawn. They used to hang around a lot longer, and in fact, sometimes you'd get them. You'd get the weapons and armor from the previous mission still hanging around. Let's see, what is that? Oh yeah, Coda pistol magazines. Cool. Artemex core modified, Inquisitor legs, Sabine undersuit. Cool. Lots of cool stuff there. And then if you get tons and tons of armor, eventually you can just kind of sell it for a secondary income stream if that's what you want to do with it. But you'll notice when I'm wearing nothing at all, it is very, very fast to loot these guys. Boom. Looted. Let's see. Equip. Now this time we didn't knock anybody out. Let's see, maybe we can do that. There's still 2 hostiles remaining. Knock that one out. Okay. Ooh, there's still dynamics guy. Okay. Wait, was there a dude? There was a dude there. Okay, so now we've knocked those guys out. I am kind of surprised he didn't shoot at me. We should be able to just sort of loot until we feel like we're done. And there should be no danger here on this site. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice when you can just grab stuff in peace? You don't have to worry about getting shot. Yeah. And you may find that you like doing this, you know, once or twice, and then you've got plenty of weapons and armor to wear to your next couple of missions. And then you do those much more quickly because you're wearing weapons and armor to begin with. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot more room here. We've looted 2 whole suits and weapons with them. We're only filling 9% of the space here. Whereas in the Aurora, we'd be pretty much full already, if not completely full. So I'm going to loot a couple more armors. Try to get at least one of those security armors, because I love having armor that looks like a Hurston Dynamics security guy or any other security guy, because then when you're out with your friends, they automatically don't want to shoot you, right? Plus, you can kind of mess with them by pretending that you're actually an NPC. That's always fun too. Let's see. Looks like they might have despawned. Okay, this one hasn't. We're going to loot that one. He's got medium armor. Not bad. And a weapon floating in space. Can't grab it. All right. Let's see. I do like these custodian SMGs. I think those are good. Those are good fun. Let's see. What else do I want here? That's not a thing, is it? That's not a thing. You see, on this one, I barely had to do any work. The security NPCs did almost all of it for me, and yet I get to take all of the weapons that I want. Yeah. C-54. C-54 is all right. You should be able to loot a couple more. I didn't see any good boxes in there. All right. Yeah, this thing has tons of room. Room for all kinds of armor. Yeah, we're only 13% full. We're not even going to be 20% full when we leave. Super great ship for doing this. Yeah, so this will work in the Aurora, but I highly recommend using the Titan or something like that. The Tana probably has a pretty good amount of space, and the 325 or the 300i, those probably have decent space in them as well for personal gear. Let's see. Lucha. Equip. And I think there's a... Yeah. Oh, I'm wearing... I looted light armor. Lame. Okay. Let's see. Are there any loot boxes? Yeah, so you can just kind of keep doing this until you get tired of looting. Oh. Medical loot box. Alright, maybe we'll go down for one more, and we'll take out those last two guys in this that we left in the server room. And this mission, remember, this mission will last until the guys are taken out. There's no time limit. And so once you knock out the last couple of guys, just feel free to loot until you feel like you're done looting. There we are. I think in the future, eventually, they might put in some animations for those suits and stuff. For putting them on and taking them off, stuff like that. Okay. That guy's armor lasted longer than I thought. ADP core. Oh, that's heavy. I love heavy armor. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna grab the P4. And a custodian SMG. And we're gonna take out these last guys. Get a few minutes to do some looting anyway after a successful mission. So yeah, did we make did we make some good cash on this one? Yeah, we made some decent cash on this one. We made 30,000 plus yeah, sometimes the pockets don't work on your looted armors until you equip them from your own inventory. That's kind of frustrating. Anyway, so we got some decent loot. We got some armors. We got some weapons. So if we want to do if we want to equip ourselves for a solo mission or a mission with our friends, we can do that. If they need some equipment, we can loan them, we can give them some equipment. We can equip a whole team of guys for one mission, right? Or you can get together with the guys, strip down, and just knock out all these bad guys the way we did it here. Yeah, Defiance Arms. Okay. However you want to do it. Hopefully, if you're new, then you feel like you've got some tools to help you be profitable with your mercenary missions. Gosh, we filled up 21% of the Aegis Avenger Titan's personal inventory capacity. And look at all the stuff we got. Look at all of the armors we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 suits of armor. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weapons. Pretty good. Pretty good haul, if I do say so myself. We'll have no problem getting this back to the station, and then it's just a matter of transferring it back to station inventory. All right. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day, and fly safe.